Deadlock just got a new anti-cheat system, and it's hilarious. With the new patch just recently dropping, the patch notes are pretty helpful. So let's dive into what was just recently updated with Valve's new game, Deadlock. So for starters, we got a brand new hero known as Mirage. We actually covered this new hero recently, and if you want to see all of these abilities being broke down, well, Deadlock Intel did an amazing job just simplifying this over on Twitter, and the tornado ability transforms into a tornado that travels forward, damaging and lifting enemies. You can gain bullet evasion on exit as well. Fire Scarabs also launch Fire Scarabs, stealing max health from enemies and applying bullet resist reduction. Then you've got Jin's Mark, and basically shots apply an increasing multiplier. When consumed, a target suffers spirit damage based on that multiplier. Then you've got Traveler, which allows you to channel to teleport to any visible ally or enemy hero, and you can gain movement speed and fire rate as well. And then one of the coolest things, we've all been waiting for this brand new anti-cheat detection system. Now, for disclaimer, they are still working on a version 2 anti-cheat system that is more extensive, but a new version that they've got now, it's pretty funny. They basically made it to whenever they detect a user is cheating during the game session, the opponents will be given a choice between banning the user immediately and ending the match, or turning the cheater into a frog for the rest of the game and then banning them afterwards. The cheat system is basically conservative detection levels for now as they work on the version 2, but it is still a nice little temporary system as we go forward. I do hope that people would still honestly just ban people immediately, but I do think the frog thing could be pretty funny as well. They did say we will turn on the banning of users in a couple of days after the update is out, and when a match is ended this way, the results will not count for any of the involved players. So even if you're on the team of the cheater, you basically won't have it counted against you. Unfortunately, even if you're beating the cheater and it does end, it looks like you're not going to get that reward either. You'll also notice that the map looks slightly different. They made some map updates here, and one of those being outer lanes at the middle of the map were pushed further away from the inner lanes. And also, I think probably the biggest one was that the yellow lane and the purple lane have new line paths as well. So they're less zigzaggy and more diagonal now. There were quite a few things changed with the map, with moved ropes or new added rooms, and so if you guys want a full detail, you can check the link down in the description. They've got these bullet pointed, but I think one of the biggest things to note here was also a haze nerf has been put into effect. Sleep Dagger hitbox has been reduced, Bullet Dance now affected by Paradox's time wall, and Bullet Dance evasion has been reduced, and Bullet Dance fire rate has been reduced. Some people in the comments were also asking for another beat bop nerf, even though we just got one. So while the patch notes have a lot of different changes, I just want to bring light to the most important ones, which I've done so far, but a few others to know was that there's now an indicator on the HUD to help track your passive cooldown items to know when they're about to reset. There's also a new removal. Troopers no longer give half bounty when base guardians are destroyed for that lane. Also, they just implemented a new soul generator inside of your spawn. This one's pretty big. Kelvin also got nerfed, with headshot bonus damage reduced by 20%, bullet damage growth reduced from 1.2 to 0.9, and Arctic beam movement slow reduced from 70% down to 50%. These are most of the biggest changes with the new update patch notes that just released. Interested to see what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Of course, subscribe to the channel and like if you guys want to stay up to date with all things Deadlock news. We've got a lot of tips, tricks, and new heroes to be released very soon, all scheduled on the channel here. So if you want to see that content, of course, consider subscribing. If you want to check out our previous videos, including the unreleased hero known as Nano, make sure to click this video on the left. And until the next time, we'll see you all later. And make sure to go enjoy playing Deadlock. Shouldn't be too hard after this patch. It's a good one.